EMS, we all are very aware that we have chosen to deal with some of the most difficult people in our society. Yeah. We made that decision knowingly, and the vast majority of the time, if you actually think about it, you do it with honor and pride. And even though we all complain about it, this is what we did. We did it on purpose, and we love it. Yeah. Because most of us would be pretty bored working somewhere 9 to 5 where everyone is nice and everyone has health insurance. The truth is maybe I can't speak for you guys. I wouldn't be happy in that setting. Oh, no. So I like I take great pride knowing that I will take care of people that no one else in the medical system will take care of. Yeah. They can come to me and I will take care of them. Absolutely. And also you talk about you see several hundred for the one. Mm-hmm. Whenever I have a medical student or resident and we're talking about emergency medicine, and one of the topics is always burnout and how it's a very high stress field, and the life of people in EMS, not the life, but the career is not as long as other fields in the medical field. And some of that's just burnout, and some of it is not having the right perspective. And so I try to say every single shift, whether you're on an ambulance, you're in the hospital, you're on a helicopter, somewhere, just find one thing that was very fulfilling. Yeah. One thing. And I guarantee you can do it. Guarantee it. Probably multiple in a shift. It could be a really cool case. It could be a great procedure. It could be maybe just someone said something that was really funny, even if they're one of the people who is very rude. They oftentimes say things that are quite hysterical. Or someone was really grateful, or someone was really sweet. It takes one, and you can easily see that every single shift you work. Mm-hmm. When you're driving home, just reflect on that one thing or multiple. Yeah. And that will really help pull you through some of the questions of, why do I deal with so much nonsense? Yeah. It's that one thing. And if I try and think of another career where you have that very genuine impact on people, I can't think of anything else except EMS, where that is the reality of every single shift I have. Yeah. I have something profound every shift. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you have to purposefully look for it sometimes, but you'll always find it.
Everything you hear today from myself and my guests is opinion only and doesn't represent any organizations or companies that any of us are affiliated with. The stories you hear have been modified to protect patient privacy, and any resemblance to real individuals is coincidental. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice nor used to diagnose any medical or healthcare conditions.
It might be really subtle.
Mm-hmm. That's a thing that I see paramedics specifically struggle with a lot, is you feel like you should be running these high acuity calls and you see these more mundane ones as this is a waste of my skills. I can't believe they called an ambulance for this. What a waste of my time. And we get to see the other side. A lot of times they bring in these patients that have kind of written off as nothing, and they end up having something. Yeah. And we see that just because we see a lot higher volume in the ER. But I try to tell paramedics, you got to find something in the mundane calls, the ones that don't call on every skill you've ever learned. Yeah. You don't have to intubate every patient. That's not what this job is. You're going to have to do that sometimes. But most of the time we're seeing patients that are not actively dying. And if you can't find some satisfaction or joy or fulfillment in that, you're going to burn out right away. Yeah. Because you're not going to have any satisfaction on a day-to-day basis. You're not going to be intubating somebody every shift.
And I think setting that expectation is so important for our students and, our new colleagues. When I have students in the hospital, I always say, you need to understand, yes, we are a level 1 trauma center. We are the top notch. And I will admit when it comes to our organization, I don't just drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah. I practically beer funnel that shit. Yeah. I am so proud to work where I work with the team that I work with, and to get to do the things that we get to do, the research that we participate in. I geek out on. Oh my God, I could totally nerd out with the mobile stroke unit.